Hello everyone and welcome back. We are here for the second game of this final matchup, this final set of games, best of three, between Riven Please and Death Faction Multigaming. I am exceptionally excited, and I am Sona, and I'm sure Hindu Man, who is my co-caster, is also exceptionally excited for this second game.
From the tone of my voice, you can clearly tell I am very, very excited.
Well, yeah, you sound so excited. Like on a level of 1 to excited, you sound at least excited.
I am. You see, the thing is, I'm a lot like Jamie Heineman, where I just basically speak at the same pitch the whole time, but excitement is the key.
Excitement is the key. Ignore the timer. Apparently I said it for an hour longer than it was meant to be for. So we could just sort of have for an hour if we wanted to, but hopefully we don't have to. Just waiting on someone from this... Oh, it's Ari's Elite Stroke. There we are. He has started. We are go. We are ready. We are set. And we are into the picks and bans.
Well, Death Faction. Oh, I said Deathfire Grasp for some reason. Death Faction are going to be on the blue team this time, and Riven Please are going to be on the red team. We did see Riven Please win the last one, and look at that first ban. It's a Kassadin.
Well, you know, I don't think Kassadin had that much of an impact on the last game. He didn't do anything really.
I mean, it is Kassadin after all. I think what happened overall, from what I can tell, was Death Faction played the game previously in the semi-finals that we streamed. Kassadin wasn't banned in that game either, but everyone seemed to forget about Kassadin. And once again, they forgot about it in the finals. So, you know, Riven Please just abused that fact overall. And that's why Kassadin got through the picks and bans, and that's why he's banned this time round. So we can see that Yasuo also being banned out, that mid lane powerhouse that he is. Did you know Yasuo's passive is Ashe's passive and Vi's passive combined?
That I didn't know that actually, because I guess it gives you the extra critical strike chance, and and Vi, so that's the blast shield as well. Yeah,
there you go.
I totally understand that.
Yep, that's a bit of information from Hindu Man for today.
However,
Yasuo's passive stronger.
Yasuo as a skill set is a lot more based on being able to charge up that Q, get the tornadoes coming out as well, and last breathing is really dependent on who you have in your team and how many people you can hit with that tornado. So Ashe probably has a better sort of kiting kit, Vi has a better, because her ultimate is you just press R and you jump onto someone when they're standing on the ground, they don't have to be in the air. You can see why they might want to give Yasuo a bit more of a strong passive.
But face the wind, I mean...
Face the wind!
Face the wind!
That's
all I hear. Face the wind! Please stop making me face the wind. I don't like the wind very much. It's very frustrating after all.
I want to look away from the wind.
Please, no. I want to turn to the side of the wind.
Chris Packet in my face. Oh.
Not again.
We do see Vi getting locked straight in here for DFM. They're going to go for that really strong tanky bruiser in the jungle, and then we see Lee Sin and LeBlanc being locked in by the Riven Please team. We saw Lee Sin in the last game for DFM. Didn't work out as well as they might have wanted it, but now we're going to see it on Riven Please.
We are. I'm really surprised already, though, that we saw LeBlanc being picked up so quickly from Riven Please in this situation, because Vi was picked up immediately, and that would instigate that Kayle is generally really good against the Vi all-in engage with her Assault and Battery. So it's quite surprising we didn't see Kayle picked up in that spot. So with that going on, there's a chance that we could see Death Faction go with it, and that combo of Kayle and Vi is really, really strong overall. But they are hovering over Wukong right now, which is interesting.
Wukong is one of the sort of new meta junglers that we've seen come out, especially from the LCS. Him and Pantheon are the newcomers on the scene, and they're really working very, very well in the LCS at the moment. And what I expect to see, I mean, that's a good Cyclone Solar Flare combination you can get out from Just Call Me Leon, that Leona and Icon Losky picking up Wukong, but it's going to be very difficult for them to stop the enemy bruises and the enemy burst damage coming onto their backline. LeBlanc is going to be trying to escape that with Distortion, and Lee Sin is going to be trying to get in there with the Dragon's Rage to peel a little bit for his AD carry.
Exactly, and what a lot of people don't understand is Wukong's passive is very, very strong overall. It gives him, at max rank, it gives him 8 armor and 8 magic resistance for every nearby champion. So if he manages to get a Cyclone on the whole team, he gets a free bonus 40 armor and 40 magic resistance, which makes him innately tanky as a starting champion, so he can build damage and still deal really good damage.
That is, of course, for every enemy champion. You don't want to be cycloning your own team to get that bonus. He will be trying to jump into the enemy and get that cyclone off, especially against sort of the squishier targets. The problem for him is going to be Caitlyn's got that 90 caliber net, Thresh has got really good peel, and we see the Ziggs pick up as well. He's got a satchel charge to knock that Wukong away.
Yep. We are. I do apologise for getting time to at the same time, but yeah, Ziggs being picked up for that mid lane. Ziggs, I'm not sure about that pick though into a LeBlanc. I mean, LeBlanc is very, very strong against Ziggs overall. She's got the burst to take him down before he can put out all his damage as quick as possible. He's going to have to play that very, very carefully and stay at almost max range to make sure LeBlanc doesn't go super aggressive and end his life, rather.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting mid lane, and we saw how well Xniski did in that last game, managing to get that roam off with Cassidy. He's playing another really high mobility mid laner, so when he hits level 6 with that Mimic with the Sigil of Silence damage as well, expect to see him roaming up, probably towards the bottom, roaming down, sorry, towards the bottom lane, just because Shyvana's very difficult to kill, especially with Dragon's Descent. If she's got that ultimate available, and with Burnout, she's very difficult to catch onto, so going to be going towards bot lane, trying to catch out that Thresh, trying to catch out that Caitlyn, get some damage down, and then go for the Dragon quite early.
Yeah, more than likely. Now, the one thing we do see, though, we don't often see this anymore, but Lee Sin versus Shyvana lane matchup in top lane. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out, because if Lee Sin can time things correctly and put enough damage on, when Shyvana tries to do her usual escape when the gank comes in from Wukong, he can follow her using his Flying Kick of Doom ability.
Ah, the Flying Kick of Doom ability, and I'm going to prophylactically...
by the way.
Okay, I'm just going to apologise before this game starts, because we have Ziggs who's got a Mega Inferno Bomb as his ultimate, and we've got Jinx who's got a Super Mega Death Rocket as her ultimate, and I know at some point I'm going to call something like the Super Mega Death Inferno Bomb of Doom, and that's going to happen, so I apologise. I hope that people can follow on the screen what I mean when I say that.
Bomb Rocket, just cut them down. Mega Bomb, Mega Rocket, that'll do.
Doesn't sound as cool though.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. However, when you're trying to say him in the middle of a team fight, Super Mega Death Rocket, Super Death Bomb Doom thing. That's why you're play by play, you see.
That's why
you have to say these things. I just get to sit here and highlight over them just to check I get the name correct. And nobody can see it on stream, and I look cool, like I know all the abilities.
Yeah, I've almost done that a couple of times, actually bringing up the skill names on stream just to make sure I was getting them right, and realising that I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, because the stream can see.
A couple of hundred people watching is probably not the best idea. Team fight wise, both of these teams have really good team fight compositions. We're seeing there's a lot of AoE coming out from both of them. Solar Flare and Cyclone is what we've been discussing thus far, but you've got the Super Mega Death Rocket as well, which does a lot of AoE damage, and of course more damage the lower HP your opponent is. And then on the side of DFM, we have the Box, which is a great AoE slow. Vi going in for that single target lockdown as much as he can. That's going to be really strong against Jinx. And then, of course, Caitlyn right-clicking as much as he can in the backline with Shyvana in front of her just to protect her as much as possible.
I feel realistically, team fight wise, is very, very even. Wukong's got a lot of AoE damage that can do a lot of disruption. However, the assault and battery from Vi can just ignore that and jump straight onto Jinx at the backline, as well as Shyvana coming over the top after she's been knocked up from Wukong, and then obviously the Super Mega Death Bomb rocket thing from Ziggs. Of Doom. From Ziggs, which will come over the top and possibly hit Jinx as well. The one thing that's going to be interesting to see is what Vi does when she hits 6 and first gets her assault and battery, because what I'd expect her to see is focused in mid lane on LeBlanc, because LeBlanc, even though she can distort, she cannot escape once it locks onto her. So if the assault and battery does connect, then even if she distorts away, they're still going to be able to connect with her, and then obviously Ziggs going to be able to throw out the damage over the top from massive range to try and secure that kill, or at least force her out of lane in those situations. Look for that as the main opportunity overall. At the same time though, we can see Wukong's probably going to do work everywhere, more than likely. He will combination very well with Lee Sin against the Shyvana in top lane.
That he will, and the Assault and Battery into Mega Inferno Bomb is a very strong combo. But as you said, as soon as you're locked on, even if LeBlanc distorts away, you're going to follow her. So LeBlanc can both distort and use her ultimate, that Mimic, to play another distort, getting Vi as far under those towers as possible and making it very difficult for her to escape.
And then there's also the cool thing, like I said, about top lane as well, is that Lee Sin can use his safeguard to Wukong while he's stealthed. It will reveal him from stealth, but it will get close surprisingly quickly onto the Shyvana in the top lane. It'll be interesting to see. if they actually do go for plays like that. But it's nice composition from both teams here. Both of them have interest in scaling overall in this one. Neither team's got like an early game or a late game advantage. It's very, very even overall down the lines. I think as time goes on, though, we do see a Shyvana and a Ziggs, those who are very, very strong. Jinx, though, super hyper carry in my opinion as time goes on, and LeBlanc with the ability to, you know, one-shot pretty much anyone once she gets that Deathfire Grasp, if she gets a combination right.
Yeah, Jinx has sort of fallen into that role that Vayne has left gaping open a little bit as that super hyper carry as we get into the later game, and she really fulfills it very well, especially with the extra damage and range she can get out of her Fishbone's rocket launcher and the zap as well. Beautiful AD scaling on that means that you can really lock people down and harass them from range. This bot lane is going to be really interesting, I think. You've got the Caitlyn Thresh combo, which is good because of the CC lock from Thresh. You can flay people into those cupcakes. They can have a nom as they eat those headshots coming out from Caitlyn. And then against the Jinx Leona, Flame Chompers with Zenith Blade and Shield of Daybreak as well. That's a lot of CC lock up. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to get away if they get caught in this bottom lane.
There is the combination, though, that I've seen many, many times by a lot of Leona and Jinx combinations in this bottom lane, where Zenith Blade into Chompers, it's almost unescapable. If you do get hit by the Zenith Blade and the Chompers go down at the right time, you are CC'd for a very long time. And if they manage to pull that one off and just follow it up with the rockets over the top from Jinx, that's going to be a lot of damage going down. And there's not a lot the Thresh could really do if they manage to catch Caitlyn in that situation. He can flay, but the Caitlyn's still rooted in place for those few seconds. We'll have to see if they pull that off.
Yeah, well, that's the hope. I mean, the main combo that we used to see was the Annie combination with Jinx with the Flame Chompers and the stun coming out from Annie as well. And so I wonder if we'll be able to see similar combos in this game. I'm going to try and get our overlays a little bit better organised because at the moment they look a little bit haphazard. Hopefully the teams will do me the honour of not fighting each other too much while I'm getting this sorted out.
Please fight, please. The dream. Have a level 1. A proper level 1. Generally what happens at level 1 nowadays, though, is everyone fans out and protects the jungle. If some teams do invade, but what they're looking to do more than anything is not necessarily get a kill, but get summoners. If they can't get a kill, they'll get summoners, and that's where the advantage will be, because it shows that the jungler can go for the fights in those situations against those people that have burnt, say, for example, the flashes. Wukong hanging around middle lane while we wait for Sona to deal with his overlays, and everybody sits in the bush waiting.
Yeah, they've spotted them out there, though, with that bomb. That's going to be able to show them where they are. And I can't quite get the overlays to be kind to us at the moment. So we're just going to have to accept that the position and size of them is not as perfect as we would like them to be. And hopefully we can have those sorted out for next time that we cast this EGL Summoner's Shield, which is tomorrow, actually. We
could see an interesting blue side invade coming out from Death Action in this. They're looking for an invade onto the blue. Are we going to see an Afro move finish on the blue buff like we saw in LCS a couple of weeks ago, where Thresh just walked in and stole the blue away? Won the game pretty much all in all for CLG in that one.
Yeah, the thing about that was, though, because it was the second buff, it meant that the smite had already been used on the first one. They were trying to rush a quick second buff, and because that smite wasn't available, Thresh was able to walk up there and quickly steal away the blue buff with the enhanced damage off his E. So not as easy to do on the first buff.
There it is. Trust me. I miss the old days when the buffs used to spawn at 154, but the vision was a bit better because I used to play Fiddlesticks and take Dark Wind and then just go and E the blue buff after the jungler has smited it early, so it'd be up for the red buff, and I'd walk into lane and support Fiddlesticks with blue buff. It was amazing.
And you did that to your own team most of the time, didn't you?
Wait, it doesn't matter. I stole it from a jungler. That's cool, right?
I think my favourite steal I've ever done was a Janna Tornado at level 1. Chucked it across the wall and managed to steal away a blue buff. Just one of those things that surprises you because you're standing in lane and then suddenly blue buff. Yes, victory.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm level 2. Ha, take that, AD carry. I farm 2.
Take the power of the wind in your face. And we actually see LeBlanc jumping onto Ziggs here in the middle and going to get half of his health down. She hit level 2 a bit earlier than Ziggs did, so try to get that harassment down. But because of that Ziggs' beautiful damage off the bouncing bombs, the clear as well from him, meant that he wasn't able to do quite as much as he wanted to.
Yeah, he took a lot back in the end of it. His passive from short fuse on Ziggs is really strong overall, though, and that's where the danger's in bottom lane, though.
Yeah, a lot of damage coming down in bottom lane. Ignite's going down onto Leona. One more attack, she flashes away. There's the flash from Caitlyn, but not going to be able to follow this one up. The ward coming out a little bit late. Leona's going to get away, and they're going to try and just harass down this Jinx as much as possible while Leona's having to come all the way around from the side.
tough to cast. At the same time, in the top side, we did see Lee Sin burn his Ignite, which also forced Siobhan to flash away. She was in danger there. Lee Sin getting the upper hand in these early stages in top lane. Not to be too surprised overall, as Lee Sin's early game is very strong still.
Yeah, definitely one of the stronger early games in the Game of Legends, the League of Legends game that we are watching at the moment. And we've talked a little bit about this bottom lane. Caitlyn having that extra range, as we said, and the zaps coming out from Jinx need to be spot on. They need to be able to get that harassment down in response, especially if they don't want to be using up the mana with the Fishbone's rocket. Obviously costs 20 mana at a time that you fire those rockets. Does a bit of extra damage, but not really something you want to be doing, wasting your mana in lane.
No, not exactly, but it's quite surprising the rockets last a long time, as we do see Wukong trying to get a bit of a gank off the mid. Nothing going to come of it. But those rockets, as we were talking about, it's surprising how little that mana pool actually gets depleted that quickly. She does have a nice amount of mana regen built into a kit as standard, it seems. Her regen generally is quite good. So she can spam a little bit more than you'd expect, which is quite surprising to a lot of people. And people who play Jinx more and more will... You'll see
Wukong's coming into mid lane, and Vi is here as well. Ethereal Chain's going down onto Ziggs. Wukong's going to have to back away from this one. Here comes Ziggs, bouncing bomb. Wukong's gone very low, down to about half HP. There's the Hexplosive Minefield, and here comes Wukong. Ignites down on him. Oh, the first blood is going to go down to the Blanc. Beautifully played by her, and Vi picking up this second kill.
Yep, apologies for the echo there, that was my fault. I was too excited to hear Sonya's lovely voice, I wanted it in stereo. But yeah, it was a good pickup in both lanes. We did see overall, though, that is going to be an advantage to LeBlanc in this middle lane. But double buff is still on Vi in this situation, which is going to help her out a lot more.
That it is, and it's sort of a similar situation to the one we saw in the last game, in all honesty. So Pantheon picking up that double buff early, and then Lux obviously getting the kill on Kassadin as well. So a very similar situation, actually in the opposite direction this time. Vi picking up the double buff and LeBlanc getting the kill, but LeBlanc does scale exceptionally well with these early kills, so might not be the same outcome as we saw in the last game.
No. We will probably see differences between the two games.
Shyvana's going really low in the top lane. She's ignited Lee Sin just to get him to back away there, and he's going to be able to farm up. Lee Sin's being very aggressive in this top lane. Yeah,
she had to be aggressive there in that situation. That Ignite was important to make sure she didn't lose the trade overall. As you can see, they're still even, but the sustain from Lee Sin is coming out now. Obviously, his Safeguard, his passive from that, sorry, his second activation of Safeguard gives him the sustain in lane, and that's one thing Shyvana doesn't have as much in the start.
Yeah, that Iron Will giving him that extra life steal can actually be used with Smite as well, so it's something you see some of the higher level junglers do, getting that Iron Will procced and then using the Smite to be able to get that extra bit of life steal off. Do see Wukong coming from the top lane here. There's going to be a tower dive, but here's Vi coming in from the side. Wukong is tanking up that tower. He uses that decoy to try and get away. Lee Sin is around as well. Here comes Vi onto him. Wow, that's a lot of damage there from the Volbeater. Going to try and chase him up. Denting Blows is there. Excessive force, and he gets the kill. Wukong has been pinged out, but they think he's in the bush. When he's not in the bush, he's going to be able to get away from this one.
Nope, nice pickup from Vi.
Oh no, he's not. He's backing away, and he's going to be spotted out. Here comes the Vault Breaker, going to jump onto this Wukong. He's not in a good position. Gets slowed with that red buff. Ziggs is trying to run back to try and get an assist. Tries to decoy back, but that's not the easiest way to get away. Nice little bit of damage coming out here from Vi, and that's going to be another kill for Vi.
You are not going to escape a Vi in that situation as Wukong. You don't have flash available. Your decoy doesn't last long enough, and even if it did juke her out, she can quickly catch back up with the Vault Breaker. So unfortunate for him with the choice of recall positions overall. I probably would have just tried to run back to my own jungle, in all honesty there. But nice advantages all over so far for Death Faction.
Yep, Death Faction 500 gold ahead. Oh, 400 gold now. Oh, 300 gold now. It's going down as I speak every second. Oh, Zenith Blade coming in, but beautiful flame. We talked about that. Just knocked him away. LeBlanc is fighting a little bit with Ziggs in the middle lane because Vi is around as well. He's going to miss that bouncing bomb. Hits level 6, and the Mega Inferno Bomb is procced now. Going to see some radioactive bombs coming all over the map.
As did Vi. Vi just hit 6 at exactly the same time in that middle lane. So look for an opportunity in mid lane on LeBlanc. I'm hoping Vi does go for that because that's probably the best target in the situation to try and feed the 6 in middle lane now.
It looks like Vi's going for the Spirit of the Elder Lizard as well. Sometimes you see Vi's going for the Spirit of the Ancient Golem, trying to be that little bit more tanky, but she's going for the early damage. She knows she's ahead. She wants to eliminate as much of this Wukong's jungle, as much of his pressure as possible before they get into the mid and late game.
She has got all the kills for her team so far, so she could even go for the Triforce and just go for the full damage and let Shyvana be the tank for the team. Triforce on Vi is really, really good because it scales really well with her abilities and helps her to do a lot more damage overall with her mobility too.
Shyvana not having any fun in this top lane. She's 20 CS behind. Lee Sin hitting those sonic waves, and we've talked all about this. It's all about that sustain. There's just so much coming out from Lee Sin. He's got a Vampiric Scepter as well now, so going to build into that Ravenous Hydra, I suspect, getting a lot of DPS down and a lot of sustain as well.
Yeah. One thing that's interesting to look at the team at the moment, though, is Riven Please is actually keeping the gold relatively even considering the kill deficit. It's all down to CSing overall, and most of that is the difference between LeBlanc and Lee Sin. It's only small at the moment, but it does make a bit of an impact, as you can see by the gold standards. Yeah,
LeBlanc actually going for that distortion max, which you see quite a bit of the time. It's Salt and Battery coming in the top lane. Lee Sin tried to flash away from this nice Dragon's Wedge, but here's Shyvana, the Dragon's Descent coming in. Wukong from the side, he is 6. Nice Cyclone, going to knock them both up. Is Lee Sin going to re-engage on this one? It's not a smart idea. There's the Ignite, but here comes the death, and there is a kill for Shyvana. Beautifully done. Ziggs is fighting off against this LeBlanc. Auto attack to the face. LeBlanc picks up a kill for the Riven Please team.
Yeah, it was really crazy in the top lane. It was a good fight overall. I think Wukong probably should have got out of there. I think he was hoping Lee Sin would come back in, but the bottom lane.
Solar Flare going in. There's the Flame Choppers as well. Barrier being popped. There's the box. He's going to lock out Jinx as much as possible. Nice Lantern backwards. He's going to keep fighting this one because the Flame will be up any second. There we are. Ignite going down onto Jinx. She has Barrier up, so she can use that. Has used the Flash, obviously. There's the Zap. It's going to slow everyone down. Flash in. Ace in the hole. If you block that, you're going to die, but nice Barrier. Oh, Flash. Oh, Thresh. You were so close, but no cigar for you. Gonna have to back away, but both of these Riven Please players are very, very low.
It's a shame he didn't go for the ace in the hole on Leona, because that would have definitely been kill secured in that situation there overall. He did go for the play onto Jinx, though, to force her out lane. Burnt the barrier, though, in response, because Caitlyn had to burn hers in that situation. So summoners for summoners and some tower pressure. It worked out well for them. But at the moment, Shyvana's now got double buffs in top lane. It's going to help her out a bit more now that Lee Sin, you know, there's not much they can do. But Dragon being taken away by Riven Please thanks to that fight in bottom lane.
Yeah, they do secure that Dragon. The extra gold actually going across to Caitlyn. Don't think that was intentional, but sometimes it happens, especially when you're smiting when there's no opposing jungler there. Caitlyn will be happy to have the extra gold, saying, yep, I will take that for the gold and I will use it wisely. Probably going to build a BF sword and a Vampiric Scepter. I was actually going to predict that, and then she bought it, so I'm going to pretend that she hadn't bought it by the time I said BF sword and Vampiric Scepter.
That's a good idea.
Cool.
Looking at mid lane overall, we can see LeBlanc has the advantage, which is not surprising to see. Ziggs doesn't do great overall against LeBlanc's, because LeBlanc has the range to get in and out and avoid a lot of the damage that Ziggs can put out, because most of his stuff is skill shot dependent overall. And you can see it's really surprising to see, though, the amount of gold lead that she's actually got against her Ziggs, which shows you that Ziggs really is not having the best of times in this middle lane.
It's a gold and a level lead as well. She was actually 9 to 7 a couple of seconds ago. Ziggs has leveled up to 8 now, but that blue buff on LeBlanc and so much damage coming down from the Sigil of Silence, just really pushing Multiplexer here out of lane. Yes, he can farm okay because he's got the bouncing bombs, he's got the Hexplosive Minefield, but against the LeBlanc, you really want to try and shut down her early game. If she gets rolling, she really does scale very well.
Well, we have got Vi camping the bush now, looking for an opportunity. We might see one.
Yeah. Here comes Vi, she's going to go in, Vault Breaker is there, there's the Assault and Battery as well, Distortion hasn't been used yet though, Flash is away, the Mimic is up, there's the Distortion, going to try and get away, I expect a Mimic, oh, jumping all the way back onto Ziggs, beautiful play, but it gets ignited, he's going to go down, Explosive Minefield, and Vi picks up that kill. Might have been better just to leave it and make sure Ziggs got that one, but that is another kill secured here for the DFM team, and they are now 5 to 2 ahead.
Oh, nice fight in bottom lane. Back out from Fresh to stop Leona. As the pressure again, bottom lane goes on.
Yeah, lots of pressure going down, but the death sentence missing means that they're going to have to back away from that one. It's a heavy duty sort of damagey lane in bot lane, but no one's really got the advantage. Still 0 kills on either side. Oh, Death Bomb! Here comes the Solar Flare as well. The box has come up. Oh, Caitlyn is so low. Is it going to be enough? I'm so close. I can't believe it. 20 HP escaping with that health bot. Build up a Peacemaker. Flay. Zap. Just misses. Is Thresh going to escape as well? Ace in the hole on Leona. She's going to go down. And Jinx steps in a trap. She got excited, but she got so excited that the trap caught her fancy. And here comes Vi from the side as well. Wukong is there, but they're going to back away. That was just so incredibly close there in the top lane.
My goodness, that Cupcake saved her life in the bottom lane there. That was the best position Cupcake of the game so far.
Oh, Dragon's Descent in top lane. Ignite is on Lee Sin, and woof, whoa, you get eaten up by that smog flaming dragon of doom, of death.
I've decided I'm not going to talk anymore, because every time I do, these teams purposefully stop me by making plays on other parts of the maps.
Well,
so
if you can keep talking then, because that means I get to talk more. So
yeah, it's fine. I'll do one of these colour plays. It was a good play. Well done, everybody. Please continue.
It was definitely a good play. Shyvana using that Dragon's Descent had already seen the Dragon's Rage being popped by Lee Sin, so knew he wasn't going to be able to knock her away, and just managing to get in there with a huge amount of damage from that Flame Breath. Shyvana in Dragon form actually does a lot of AP damage, magic-based damage, so people don't realise how much she's just going to eat through that armour that you're building, because it's not physical damage. It's going to kill you.
Pretty much. Well, at the moment, Shyvana's pushing down this top tower really well. If she can keep the pressure on this top tower, take it down, then Lee Sin's going to be even more careful in this top lane, because Vi will come up there with the Assault and Battery if Lee Sin does overextend too far. At the moment, everything's looking pretty good, though, for Riven Please. There's some crazy fights down bottom for Def Faction, though, in this bottom lane, and it's very, very even between this AD carry and support combinations down there. I think this could go either way based off them at the moment.
Oh, most definitely. If you look at the items, actually, both AD carries picked up that Bloodthirster, a Doran's Blade, and Boots. Just a couple of mana pots being picked up by Caitlyn, and the only difference, and a couple of CS as well. It's 114 to 112, about as close as you could get it. But we do see a Slight Stone, a Doran's Blade, and a an Ancient Coin. No, Nomad's Medallion being picked up there by Thresh. So he's going for that little bit of extra gold. A little bit extra gold. Yes. LeBlanc is coming down, not going to be able to get anything off there because Vi is in this bush. They pink warded up. Is Jinx going to fall for the bait of her sister? Can she sense her in the area? I don't think she can. But LeBlanc is coming in for Ziggs in the mid lane, and this might not be the best position. Ziggs manages to get away.
I expect to see a Lantern in bottom lane from Thresh. Here we go.
Gonna go in, ace in the hole. No. Ooh, not quite as coordinated as they would have wanted it to be.
Let's just be clear there. I did call that before it happened.
Oh yeah, of course you did.
Just in time. Well, I can dream. I did though, honest.
Yeah, you definitely did. Wukong's coming down towards the bottom lane as well, so might be a counter engage if they do decide to go under this tower here. Nice leveling up here by Vi. She's actually the highest, or second highest level in the game. Already level 10. There's the Zenith Blade. Wukong's coming in. Flame Chopper's solo. There's so much damage coming down. There's the Cyclone as well. Shut down gold onto that Vi. It's going on to Jinx as well, which is gorgeous. There is the box. Are they going to be able to escape this one? No. Jumping onto that Caitlyn. Nice fly away. But the flash, the red buff as well. The Thresh tries to flash away. They're going to tower dive this one. Super Mega Death Inferno. Bob Doom comes in, and they're not going to be able to get away from that. But managing to survive, and LeBlanc actually gets the kill on Ziggs as well. I tried to get there, but I clicked the wrong key.
You ran out of breath. It's okay. That fight was crazy, and we saw exactly what we were talking about, though, during the loading screen of that combination of Leona and the Chompers from Jinx, and they did work with that. Wukong came in, spun to win in the bottom lane, picked up a kill, continued on. Got red buff onto Jinx as well. So Jinx with the red buff, Wukong with the red buff. This dragon's up right now. Nice timing overall from Def Faction on that gank overall. And LeBlanc did really good work in that to follow the Ziggs down because she knew what was going on.
Yeah, that she did. Ethereal Chains actually. Whoa, she's going in on Vi. Whoa, the Tom Shapatia!
And that was without a Deathfire Grasp available. I believe her DFG was on cooldown then. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
her DFG was on cooldown. That was how much damage she did to a Vi that was very, very strong considering. Unfortunately, Vi didn't build much magic resistance up till now. So it's going to hurt overall when a LeBlanc jumps in your face with 143 CS.
That is the thing. If you're not able to capitalise on these early kills, she was 4-0, now 4-2. She went for that Spit of the Elder Lizard, she went for the Brutalizer as well, and if you can't capitalise on having those, just going to get melted. Oh, that's why I got onto Ziggs! Ziggs is going to go down straight away, Ethereal Change! Oh, is it going to be enough? Yes, there it is! Ziggs gets melted away, and there is another kill for LeBlanc, 5-1.
They need to get some vision going to Riven Please right now, because, sorry, to Def Faction right now. They have to get it going because at the moment their jungle is controlled and LeBlanc is roaming. If she keeps killing Vi and Ziggs, no lanes are going to get any help whatsoever. This middle lane is going to get pressure put on again.
Yeah, so much pressure put down on that tower. Already down to about half its HP. They're coming towards top lane. Shyvana needs to be careful. Has to back away. Deer Strike don't want to be there anymore. LeBlanc's going to go back any second now to pick up something with that 2,200 gold. Probably a Rabadon's Death Cap. Might get those Sorcerer's Shoes first as well. They expect the blue buff to be spawning soon, I think. They're gathering around in this area of the map, and Bai is going the longest way round she can to try and keep her lane safe.
If I was on Death Action right now, I'll be screaming, "Buy magic resistance now! Now!" It's going to become nastier as the game goes on from this LeBlanc. And
Here comes LeBlanc and Wukong into the top lane. Dragon's Rage kick coming out. Nice Dragon's Descent actually there. And Vi coming in from the side. Not going to be enough. Lee Sin almost gets down. The Cyclone being popped. Here comes the Super Mega Death Inferno Bomb, and that gets Lee Sin. Wukong picking up the kill there on to Vi. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. The Ziggs is trying to get up there as quickly as possible. I don't know if he's going to be able to get there. Oh, bot lane has a massive fight as well. There's the bots. Caitlyn's going to go down. Oh, walking in the wrong direction. That's not the way you want to go, Caitlyn. Ziggs is still in the top lane. Zap coming out. Thresh is definitely going to go down here. Double kill there. And Ziggs is just having to defend against this LeBlanc Wukong combo.
Riven Please have taken out 4 members of the team. There should be at least a bottom tower going down in favour of Riven Please. Now, that top tower is due to fall as well, but they've decided to not put the pressure on. Ziggs did a good job of holding out on that one overall. But Riven Please made really good play overall across all areas of the map there. Nice from Ziggs, though, with that Super Mega Death Bomb cool thing, dude, onto the Lee Sin to get a counter kill in the top lane.
Huge gold switches here. We saw it was about even. I think the kills were about 7-2 in favour of DFM as well, and oh, the Zenith just missing there in favour of DFM, and now it's 8-13. That is massive. 11 kills to 1 as far as I can remember. I might be wrong on that, and I do apologise if I am, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's gone down.
The best news is both these teams are set up for team fighting, and it's going to be great to watch them go, because the fights are breaking out all over the map already, and when they group up, it's going to be even crazier for you to try and cast.
Oh wait, you just watch me. I'm going to be talking at the speed of light. Things are going to be happening, and I am going to be saying words that might pertain or might not pertain to the things that are actually happening on the screen. You never know. Might talk about Cookie Kicker for a minute. You never know. I do like to throw in these curveballs for our viewers. Oh, Dragon's Rage kick coming on to Lee Sin in the top lane. Dragon's Descent across the wall, though. Going to be able to keep the Shyvana safe. She's going to go back into the lane, trying to stay up. She's got that build with the Cutlass, but Lee Sin is going in on this one. The Ignite has been popped onto Lee Sin. Just call me. Lee is very, very low, down to about 200 HP, but it's only 50 left on Shyvana, and Vi gets taken out in the mid lane. They're going to go on to Ziggs as well. Thresh is there. Here comes LeBlanc back in. Icon is on a rampage. LeBlanc is still alive. There comes Leona as well. Going to have to back away. There's a fight in the bot lane. Caitlyn getting taken out by Jinx, and Jinx is just rampaging through, and there's another kill in the mid lane. LeBlanc taking out Thresh. Just call me Lee, sorry, has taken out a blue turret. They've taken out a mid turret as well. 4-1 now. 8,000 gold is the lead. 17 goes to 8.
It's times like this that I like to be a colour caster and be able to speak at a normal pace and not miss any action whatsoever. But the play-by-play did a great job there, so a good job. You got most of the action overall. We did see the Super Mega Death Bomb did come out from Ziggs in the middle lane before that craziness went in from the Assault and Battery from Vi as well. But overall, Riven Police have full advantage. They just increased their amount of kills and tower advantage again. They're in full control of this map. They've got there's no vision realistically in favour of Death Action's jungle. They need to get wards up as quick as possible. Otherwise, things like this are going to happen if they stay here.
This is a little bit...
Caitlyn, no! Caitlyn!
Oh, the trap! Eat that trap, you lovely little Jinx! Taste the cupcake! Has to back away because they've got vision on her there. I was going to say, it's a little bit cocky, in all honesty. It's a little bit overeager from RVN. You can stand in a bush like that, but LeBlanc was very low on health, and one good bouncing bomb with a Hexplosive Minefield would have taken him out. Just call me Lee, just escaping there in the top lane, managing to back away. And 0-3-1 against the 2-1-2 Shyvana, still out CSing, still managing to win those fights. I think Shyvana really needs that blow of the Ruin King before they can fight properly. Basically,
what's happening is Shyvana's taking trades at the wrong time with Lee Sin overall, and that's why Lee Sin's technically, in a weird way, winning a lot of these fights we've just seen in the top lane, because he's actually doing it in the minion wave. With that Hydra he's picked up, and he's just picked up a Last Whisper too to go along with it. That Last Whisper will just increase the damage he's going to do to Shyvana, who's just basically a tank. She can only single target damage for...
Oh, LeBlanc gets hooked. Here comes Vi. Assault and Battery coming in from the side. There's the Super Mega Death Bomb, but the Distortion comes out, ace in the hole, uses that Mimic as well. The Ethereal Change is going to stop Vi from being able to go any further in. They have to back away from it. Lee Sin is fighting in the top lane. Shyvana is so low. The Tempest crippled Dragon's Rage. There's the kill as well. And that is a beautiful trade there by Lee Sin. Wukong coming in for the assist. They might lose this mid lane tower though.
Yep, that was with Wukong in the top lane.
Oh, the box is actually going down onto Jinx. She flashes away. Zenith's coming in onto Thresh. This is not a good place to be. Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, gets the kill. Caitlyn's being ignited there by Leona. Solar Flare is not up at the moment. Just being used. Actually not going to be able to go in there. But the flash Zenith Blade any second now. Going to go in. There's the flash Zenith Blade. And it goes in. Static Shift Proc is not going to be enough. Oh, almost tries to get it with the Fishbone's Rocket. Leona picking up the kill there with the Eclipse. They're going to go onto Ziggs. But there's the Sonic Wave. Just missing Explosive Minefield coming out. And they're going to rotate back towards Dragon.
Yep, pings are being called for Dragon right now, but most of the team is saying no, let's push on mid. They've got 2 members down. Caitlyn's dead. The wave clear is not very good. Ziggs has just had to recall. They can take this middle tower back off, get Dragon. They probably won't get Inhibitor though. Yeah,
the Inhibitor is a lot harder to take than the Inhibitor. So Deathfire Cross! Oh, Thresh gets melted down. Ethereal Chains is enough. And that is the power of a LeBlanc with that blue elixir and with a Deathfire Cross and a Void Staff at this point in the game.
Well, they've got to go on to top tower now because Shyvana's out of position. They can all just swing round. She's in trouble. She's got no ultimate.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, yes, yeah, quite.
She was there, she was not there anymore. And this is the stage of the game where I'm like, I really don't enjoy playing the support such as Thresh when LeBlanc's like that, because it's like, hello Thresh! Oh, please.
Oh, Wukong actually jumping across the wall. Cyclone coming in. Safeguards coming. Caitlyn is down. Assault Battery onto the block, but she jumps all the way back and she's out of there. There's a nice death sentence. The Super Mega Death Rocket coming in, as did the Mega Inferno Bomb, and everyone is dying all over the place. LeBlanc trying to get in. She's going to flash all the way back. Oh no, she gets taken out by Thresh. The tower's helping him out there, but it's a 4-4-1 exchange, and the inhibitors are getting melted here by Riven. Please, are we going to see them be the victors?
Yeah, this should be over here. Only Shyvana and Thresh up. Caitlyn's too long away. Ziggs too long away as well. This should be GG in this situation.
Ooh, Shyvana's going in. Leona's trying to engage. They're going to go for that top tower, but everyone is so low. Shyvana is going to go straight in there. Nice ace in the hole. Gets done with a decoy. Beautiful decoy play there by the Wukong. They're going to have to back away a little bit. Is Jinx going to go for the Nexus? No, they're going to have to stop the Super Minions pounding down on it, though. And everyone has backed away. Oh, Thresh trying to be a bit manly, trying to be that Soul Eater that he can be. Might land a hook. Is he going to land a hook? Jinx is off to the side. Oh, Lee Sin, Dragon's Ring kick. What are you doing, Lee Sin? Kick him away from Jinx. And he does manage to do that. Just call me Lee. It's going to go very low. Ignite. Dragon's Descent missing. But the death sentence landing on Leona. The box comes down. Leona, you are one dead woman. You can go sunbathing now. Thresh is trying to come round onto the Lee Sin and Wukong, but they're going to escape. Here comes LeBlanc. Is she just going to melt someone down? She definitely is. Here we go. Across the wall. Shyvana. Deathfire Gospel. Ooh, flash away from the Ethereal Chain's going to be able to escape. Nicely done by here. Here comes Thresh. Oh, and there's the Ethereal Chain's Mimic Flay. Dead.
It's getting painful now because everyone's doing so much damage. But I would like to point out that Leona really does hate Lee Sin. I think they don't like each other for some reason. Because the only reason I could see why Lee Sin would kick...
LeBlanc's going to catch Shyvana out of position. Ethereal Chain. She doesn't even know, and she's down for the count.
This is the game of LeBlanc.
Oh, Jinx versus her sister. I'm really sorry, Fishbones. Super Mega Death Inferno Bomb of Doom and Ace in the hole come out. But here comes LeBlanc onto the Caitlyn. Ethereal Chains are going to pop. And there's another kill for LeBlanc. She's going to get another Ethereal Chains pop. Super Mega Death Rocket. Double kill for LeBlanc. It's 30-10. And only Thresh is left alive. Hey, now it's the death sentence. Go in, Thresh. No, he decides not to go in. Plays him away through the distortion. LeBlanc has no mana. Thresh, you can do it. I believe in you, Thresh. Come on. 50 HP. 20 HP. Come on, Thresh. You don't have flash. He gets killed. He dies. He dies to LeBlanc, and that's the Nexus, and that is the game. Riven, please, are our victors for this EGL Summoners Cup number 22 final. Well played to them. They'll be walking home with, well, they might not be walking home. They're probably at home because they're playing a computer game. They'll be sitting in their seats at home, 3,200 RP richer, and that triumphant Rise skin will be going into their skin bank as well.
High-fiving over the internet is the place to be. Well played by Riven, please. Overall, Def Action put up a really good fight in that game, though. I must say there was action everywhere. So much action so that you heard Sona for 95% of the game, which is fine by me because I still get paid. Not really. It's free. We do it for nothing. Oh well.
Mate, we do it for the camaraderie, the fun of just being together.
The camaraderie of listening to Sona speak live as it happens. That's what I do.
Well, that was a superb game. Well played to RVN. They are our new reigning champions of the Summoners Cup. We'll be back tomorrow, guys, with the Summoners Shield number 23. And I will be casting, I think, the semi-finals of that. So come along for the rest of it as well. But make sure you watch me as I cast. You can follow us on Twitter at EGL. You can follow both the casters at HinduManLol, who is my wonderful co-caster, and I'm at TheOnlySonar on Twitter as well. We're going to see if we can grab the Riven Please captain and have a quick chat to him about how those games went. We'll be right back.